And here we are. This is what we're going to make today, these beautiful pork spring rolls. We've got the ingredients and I'm ready to cook, so let's get on with it. Good morning and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to make pork spring rolls. So got the ingredients there. I will list them obviously in the list of ingredients in the description underneath the video, but let's get cracking and start with the onion and the garlic. Right, we're going to prepare the pork now, and what I'm going to do with the pork is I'm going to chop it up as close as I can to it having the consistency of ground pork or minced pork, but I'm going to use a knife instead, and that'll allow me to get rid of some of these fatty bits. I'm going to leave some in obviously because that's where a lot of the flavour is going to come from, but where it's obvious like this, I'll take it out. Once I've got this all chopped up, we'll come back and start frying, I think. There you go, that's all nicely chopped up. Now let's get on with the frying. Right, we've got our pan here. We'll just throw the meat in. And as soon as I've got that sort of nicely browned, I'll start adding in the other ingredients. Seem to have woken up with a bit of a croaky throat. Anyway, I'll come back to you once that pan's making a bit of noise. Right, there you go. Now as soon as that pan starts to go quiet like that, that means that the juices from the pork are starting to come out. So let's get our onions and our garlic and our spring onions. Let's get those in. We'll give them about 2 minutes maybe, and then the carrots and the bean sprouts go in. Again, I wish you could smell it. Now what I'm also doing, that's about 3 tablespoons of flour. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of water in it and mix it into a paste. And we'll use that to close off the spring rolls, to glue them together. There you have it, let's get those in there. Now if you're vegetarian or vegan, you can easily substitute that pork with tofu. And on another matter with the pork, make sure that you sharpen your knife before you start, so that you can get that pork nice and fine. In fact, when you're cooking, always sharpen your knife before you start. This paste I'm making may need the same amount in water as it does in flour to get the paste. I've got it right now, but I had to use a lot more water than I thought. Right, let's get our soy sauce in here. So, 1, 2 soy sauce, then some white vinegar, I'm going to put some ground black pepper in there too. And a little bit of, seems counterintuitive, but a little bit of chicken stock. Now, it's only a teaspoon, and it's really just to use instead of salt. Chicken stock doesn't have much salt in it. Still has a bit, but not as much as actual salt. So, because it's pork, I don't like to be very careful with how much salt I put in. Right, we're going to switch that off, let it cool. Next we'll be making the spring onions. Sorry, spring onions, the spring rolls. Okay, now we are going to roll up our spring rolls. So a little bit filling in there. That should do it. A little bit more. Alright. So just roll these like that. Then bring them into the centre like this. Then with your pastry brush, use some of this to glue it. It's starting to burst open a bit, but I think it's because I haven't let these cool down properly. Oh no, it looks alright. So you can just repeat that process and then we'll get on with cooking. Now, I will cook these a lot different. Most people deep fry spring rolls. I'm going to brush them with extra virgin olive oil and I'm going to bake them. So now I'm just going to brush these with olive oil, and I've got a parchment 9 tin here all ready to go. So we're just going to brush these so they're nicely covered, and then in there, that's it. And this is what they look like once they're out the oven. Nice and golden brown and crispy on the outside, cooked on the inside. Bon appetit, catch you on the next recipe.